the leading companies are now starting to reconceptualize what it means to serve society or to run a good business beyond just shareholder value or stakeholder value into recognizing that we have to strengthen the systems that we rely on. So things that in the past we might have viewed as externalities are now affecting business health near and nearer term. People are recognizing that there is a convergence between social issues, economic issues, environmental issues. You can't just say, I'm about financial value creation, I'll let other people worry about the environmental and social issues. And it's not just a long-term question, it's even in the short term. So you start to see pretty mainstream conversations that look like this. So you may have seen this from a year ago. Fortune magazine, we were talking about this in the class just earlier this afternoon. You know, they're famous for lists, right? The Fortune 500, Fortune's most powerful women. Well, this is a new one. The Fortune Changed the World list. They came out with this a year ago, and I think the intention is to do this every year. And it's a list of the top companies in the world that are changing society, addressing social and environmental issues through the core business. So not as CSR, not as a thing on the side, but through the fundamental day-to-day business. And that's where leading companies are going quite consciously and deliberately. And what it means is there's a breakdown in the old division of labor between what government's role is, what civil society does, what the private sector does. There's a recognition that in the same way we now have convergence across social and environmental and economic issues, we have an interplay and a need for collective action among actors across those sectors. So that's really what people are focusing on now. And you see this in other ways too. Pricewaterhouse did some research just tallying up how many S&P 500 companies have sustainability programs or reports. So in 2011, it was 25%. 2014, 75%. I don't know what the number was last year or this year, but I would guess we're getting close to 100, just looking at Wal-Mart suppliers and other companies we work with. So it doesn't mean that those are all great programs, but it does mean everyone's thinking about this and trying to grapple with it and trying to do a better job of addressing the full suite of issues in what they do day to day. Another example, focusing capital on the long term initiative. This is something that was started by Mark Wiseman at CPPIB and Dominic Barton from McKinsey, and many, many others globally are involved in this. Investor community, companies, academics, looking at how we need to change boardroom practices, regulations, and so on to drive more of a long-term orientation in companies so that they're making the right trade-offs in the near term across all of these issues. And this is something that we're going to just see more and more of.